So today we talk about the member functions, instant variable, static member functions, like these things in C++. So so there are mainly four things when we are dealing with the class. So one is the instant variable. Second thing is the instant member function. Third thing is the static variable and static member function. Okay. Now, coming to the point of it, so instant is by name we can say, by looking at name we can say it is a variable which is referring to an instant. So for this I can take an example, like we have a class A. Okay, we have a class A. Okay. Now we define any variable as int A. Okay, and move to the private section or move to the public section now. And we have created my main, and one thing is also left. Let's study C++.h using namespace and std. Okay, so this is, we have created our class. We have an variable which have int A. So this is the variable that is present in the class, and it is bind to an object. If I create any object like a star obj1 equal to new A, okay, and define some value like 10. If I giving some value, then I have to also declare a constructor here. So I will declare like this, comma A is equal to A, and here is some kind of A. Okay, so this completes something. So we have a object, and object, if I try to access A, I will not directly able to access A because this is declared in the private section. So I will also create one function to get A and return A. Okay, now obj1 is a object, and here it contains a variable A. So we are able to see the variable what it contains by using this function. So this function is trying to give me the instant, and it is a function and is also a member of class A. So this will be called as the instant member function. Okay, now if I come to the A is a variable which contains the integer value. Okay, and it is a variable, and it is also bind to an A object. So it is also different for the different objects. So if I define any other object like A obj star obj2, and it contains new A with the value 20. Okay, so this instant have another value of A, and this instant have another value of A. So these are termed as my instant variable. Okay, now this is my constructor, parameterized constructor. Okay, and so these are the instant and my instant member function. Now coming to the static variable and static member function. As you know that the static keyword is used when we are declaring some variables or functions that existence is throughout the my C code. So if I declare any variable like static int b, okay, now this is in my private section. So this is the static variable, and it is a member function of a. Okay, so this will be termed as the static member function. Okay, now if I try, so this is my static member function. Now if I try to get the value of b from here, I will not able to get the value of b because this is declared in my private section. So I will write another function like int get b, and it will return my ab. Okay, now if you see, I did not assign anything to him, so it will be contained by default 0. Value will be value will be by default to 0. Okay, now this is a static function. If I don't declare any object of this class, this will work. If I don't declare any object, and I will simply from one more thing, I will setting its value. So I will write one more function that will set the value, set b. Okay, this will be my void type, and int a comma b is equal to 12. Okay, now this function, this is the static variable, and this function is also accessing the static variable, so this should also be static, and simply also this should also be static. I said b. Okay, uh, one more thing I can do, that I have problem in accessing this, so I can write it in the public section also, and try to set its value int a comma b is equal to 12. Okay, so I have set it value to 12, and I don't created any object right now, and I can print its value also. So this is coming out to be 12. So and I can also access this function because this is also the static one. So I will try to access this. Get, get the, so I can access it also without creating an object of it. And if I try to also the if I created an object like a star equal to obj1 equal to new a 10. Okay, now if I try to see out size of obj1 inbuilt, you can see there that it is coming out to be 8, and it contains a variable of int. Okay, now if I comment this one, comment this also, and I try to get the size of it. Okay, one more thing. Now if I try to get the size of it, now it's coming out to be 8. I can also do one thing. I can write int b. Okay, now I will try to get the size of it. Okay, you have to write, this is a pointer, so pointer always have a size that is defined for the bytes. So it is a 64-bit computer, so it always contain 8. Now you have to see the size of a. Comes out to be 8. Okay, now if I comment that and try, then it will come out to be around 4. Okay, now I will comment this also. This one will be commented, uncommented, and I will try to get the size of it. Is coming out to be 4. You can see that it is not allocated in the memory of a also. Static member, and static variables, and also yeah, I can access it without creating an object. So these are the things, that is static variable, static member function, static instant variable, and instant member functions. Yeah, so that's all.